President Joe Biden visiting a biofuels facility in Menlo, Iowa, just outside of Des Moines, announcing new plans for ethanol today. The EPA plans to issue an emergency waiver temporarily allowing sales of E15 gasoline this summer. The president blaming record high gas prices on Russian President Vladimir Putin's decision to invade Ukraine. Increasing ethanol content in gasoline expected to help bring down some of those record high gas prices at about 2,000 gas stations that sell E15 in the Midwest alone.
I'm doing everything within my power by executive orders to bring down the price and address the Putin price hike. In fact, we've already made progress since March inflation data was collected. Your family budget, your ability to fill up your tank, none of it should hinge on whether a dictator declares war and commits genocide in half a world away.
In an effort to increase oil supplies, President Biden announced he's authorized the release of 1 million barrels of oil a day for the next 6 months from the U.S. Strategic Petroleum Reserves.
Area farmers say higher demand for ethanol is good news as planting season is just around the corner. As News 8's Shelby Kluver explains, more E15 at the pumps is a win-win for drivers and farmers. Continuing coverage here at 6.
Planting season is still a few weeks away.
How much is this going to add in value?
But Tuesday was all about corn.
Anytime we can create demand for our product, that's a good thing.
Wayne Frank farms corn in Mercer County. Most of his product,
Probably 85%.
goes to ethanol, the center of President Biden's latest push. This summer, the EPA will temporarily lift a cap, allowing the sale of 15% ethanol blends, or E15. Usually, ethanol is regulated to just 10% from June to September. The move should save Midwest drivers roughly 10 cents per gallon.
And I think this is a win-win for consumers, for biofuel producers, for farmers.
Chris Bliley is with Growth Energy, the country's leading biofuel trade association.
This has the potential for more than 5 billion gallons of additional biofuel. That also is another 2 billion bushels of corn for farmers across the country. So a real benefit not only for biofuel producers, but for many in the rural economy, as well as for American drivers.
For farmers like Frank, higher profit isn't the only benefit.
That helped demand all around, and I think help the environment. It's a higher octane fuel, cleaner burning fuel, so it'd be greater for everything.
I grow corn and I grow soybeans, so I'm happy anytime we can use a renewable fuel like ethanol or biodiesel.
And the sale of E15 could also boost farmers who don't sell to ethanol plants, like Rob Ewald.
I think that's good for the consumer, and with what's happening with inflation and with energy issues.
Now the next step these farmers would like to see is making this temporary sale a permanent one. In Scott County, Shelby Kluver, WQAD News 8.
And the Biden administration says E15 benefits will most likely be felt in the South and the Midwestern parts of the country.